What you're about to hear, an experience you've lived through countless times but never fully understood. Why does it hurt so much when someone slowly starts to pull away from you? Why does that distance hit harder than it logically should? Why do you instantly think, I must have messed something up, and fall into panic? But if you finish this video, you won't just understand their behavior. You will finally understand you. You'll discover your own patterns, why your nervous system panics, and the very root of these reactions. And once you capture that clarity, the way you show up in every relationship will change forever. Let's begin. It always starts tiny. A shorter reply, a colder tone. A conversation that used to feel warm suddenly landing flat. You can't screenshot it, you can't prove it, but you can feel it because energy always shifts before behavior does, and your body picks up on things your mind hasn't decoded yet. Sometimes it's as small as a missing emoji, a delayed good night, or a dry okay. But for someone trained by life to notice every tiny crack, those small changes hit differently. That feeling in your chest, that weird mix of anxiety, alertness, and dread, that's not overthinking. That's your nervous system whispering, hey, we've seen this before, pay attention. So your brain flips into interrogation mode. Did I say something wrong? Did I come on too strong? You think you're analyzing, but you're not. You're bracing. Because for you, emotional distance has never been neutral. It feels threatening. It feels like abandonment waiting to happen. It's right here that you start adjusting automatically without thinking. You soften your tone. You send less so you don't look needy. You pretend you're relaxed even though your stomach is in full panic. You play it cool while every cell in your body feels like it's stepping on glass. The psychological consequence is this. You abandon yourself to protect the connection. And that's the moment the cycle takes over. They take one step back, you take two steps forward. They give less, you give more. They create distance, you perform emotional CPR. Listen to the most painful truth here. Half the time you're not even chasing them. You are chasing the feeling of safety you lose when they pull away. You are after that sense of secure harbor. Their silence today wakes up every silence from your past, every ignored message, every confusing goodbye, every time you had to earn love instead of receiving it freely under conditional love. You are not reacting to them. You are reacting to your emotional blueprint, your past conditioning for conditional love. For you, a relationship isn't peace. It's a survival mode that requires constant hypervigilance. Let's go deeper now. When someone pulls away, your body reacts before your mind. This is not a modern relationship issue. It's a primitive brain reaction. Your chest tightens because unpredictability used to mean danger. Your stomach drops because silence used to mean rejection. Your thoughts race because inconsistency used to hurt. You attach harder because connection once felt like literal survival. And right here, this exact moment, the fawn response kicks in. You give up on yourself in order to save the relationship. You become extra understanding, extra patient, extra forgiving. You try to be the easy one, the cool one, the unproblematic one in the relationship. You apologize for things that weren't your fault. You hide your needs because you don't want to scare them off. You act unbothered when you're actually breaking inside. Why? Because the underlying belief is, if I am compliant enough, good enough, unproblematic enough, then they won't leave. This is a self-sabotaging strategy. You try to keep them close by pushing yourself further away, meaning you mask your needs, and you call it loyalty. But it's not loyalty. It's self-abandonment wearing a friendly disguise. Now here is the dangerous twist. This is the part of the cycle that hurts you the most. The more you abandon yourself, the easier it becomes for them to abandon you. Relationships run on balance, not sacrifice. When you give 90% and they give 10%, that becomes the default setting of the relationship. Sadly, it's not because they are evil, it's because you trained the dynamic. You unknowingly set this standard. You fill every gap, you fix every issue, you keep things running. Therefore, they never notice the weight you are carrying or the lack of balance. Why should they? The system is operating smoothly. As you constantly overcompensate, you actually decrease their investment in the relationship. And the less they invest, the easier it is for them to pull away. The person across from you begins to see your presence as a guaranteed comfort zone. So, why do people pull away? The reasons usually belong to their inner world, not to you. 1. Avoidant attachment. Closeness overwhelms them. Deepening the connection triggers their fear of losing control. Their distance is not about you. It's the only way their nervous system knows how to breathe. Pulling back is their survival strategy. 2. Power and validation dynamics. Some people, consciously or not, use distance like a test. They watch who panics, who reaches out first, who tries harder. Your anxiety becomes their reassurance of their standing in the relationship. Your effort becomes their comfort. 3. Their own emotional comfort zone. If you are doing all the emotional labor, they don't feel the imbalance. Your consistent pursuit teaches them that you will always be there. The less distance they need to cover, the less motivation they have to come back themselves. But none of this means you are broken or not enough. It simply means your emotional wiring reacts to distance much stronger than you realize, based on past conditioning. Because the simple truth is, their distance isn't destroying you. Your reaction to their distance is. The moment you shrink to keep someone comfortable, you stop being in a relationship and start only performing. And when you perform, the real you can never be seen. You were taught, directly or indirectly, that closeness must be earned, that love is conditional, that silence is a warning, that if someone steps back, you better step forward. So when someone pulls away today, your body enters old roles from old stories. This is where the shift begins. Healing doesn't start with chasing them. Healing starts with staying with yourself when they pull away. Read that again. Feel it in your chest. You don't fill every silence. You don't bend your needs. You don't shapeshift into what feels safer. You don't perform calmness to avoid conflict. You finally do the terrifying thing. You stay connected to yourself. You breathe. You ground yourself. You allow the anxiety to be there. You let the silence exist. You allow the distance to reveal their character, their intentions, and their attachment patterns instead of letting it rewrite your own character. Because the right person won't punish you with silence, won't use distance to feel powerful, won't disappear when things get real. And one day, this realization drops in your chest like truth. You never actually lost the people who pulled away. You lost the versions of yourself who minimized, silenced, and abandoned themselves just to keep them around. And losing those versions of you is freedom. Because once you stop abandoning yourself, no one's absence has that much power anymore. Distance doesn't scare you. Silence doesn't control you. You stop trying to earn love that should have always been free. You start attracting people who don't run, people who don't play games, people who meet you halfway voluntarily, people who choose you without hesitation. And that's when it finally clicks. No matter who pulls away, I don't pull away from myself anymore. If this felt like someone finally explained your emotional history out loud, know that there is more coming. A lot more. The deep dive into attachment styles, trigger cycles, why you lose yourself, why distance hits you harder, and how to break this cycle for good. That mix of relief and anger you feel right now is the first step of your awakening. This is the information that will take you to the next level, because now you know not just what happened, but why it happened, and knowing is power. So if you're ready to go deeper, subscribe. Because the next video isn't about understanding them, it's about finally understanding you.